In the last decade, over 25 billion songs have been sold via iTunes. iTunes accounted for almost 69% of all digital music sales in the United States. The online music industry was worth over $5.8 billion in 2012 alone. However, the music industry is much more than just people downloading videos from the internet. There's a multitude of different ways to buy and listen to music. Each way has its own feeling and sound, which affects the quality of music produced.
They all sound different. I will say computer is the easiest because you can find new artists and skip through it faster than it's a lot cheaper than buying, a million CDs or a million pieces of vinyl or whatever. But, records sound different. They sound warmer. CDs are easier. Like if you're doing an art project in your car, you can just throw it in. You can't do that with something else. Yeah. Well, it changes it slightly. MP3s compress the sound. Like it's a smaller file, so obviously you can do more with it if you want a CD, whatever. I will say it's better now than it was in the beginning. Like, on a vinyl, a lot of times it'll take two sides of two discs to get the complete album that you could compress onto one CD.
I think it definitely depends on the source. Because if you have a really good source, then you're going to be listening to really high quality audio. But if the source has been degraded, if it's been copied multiple times, if the file is corrupted, and there's a lot that can go wrong with digital. But I think it's also solved a lot of the problems that analog had.
It's probably increased the quality of sound, to be honest, because you can smooth out all the sound waves, stop all the vocal imperfections, and you can have multiple reruns of a track before just doing it once and being done with the live track.
Pop culture is always changing. Like in the 80s it changed from like hard rock, and then it changed to like pop, and then in the 90s it kind of changed to rap a little bit, and now it's changed to like alternative and like new rap, and just, it's like, I don't know where it's going to lead to in the future, but it's definitely going to change.
Definitely. I honestly think music is always a reaction to itself and what came before it. For a while, stuff like Fleet Foxes was really popular, which is kind of a reaction against like the louder, more brash, like Tune Yards and everything else. So, if you watch every cycle, like it's bounces back and forth between like noisy and then more folky, and then noisy again against that, and then whatever. We're kind of reacting right now. There's a backlash against like the Kesha and the Nicki Minaj and that kind of like, over the top.
It's become a lot easier and a lot more mobile. You used to have to go through, huge deals to go find the new CD. You have to go to the record store, buy it, go home to your CD player, and listen in your headphones to hear the song. Now we have you can look up on your laptop, go to YouTube, search any new song, and boom, there it is, and you can blast it on any speakers you want.
I think it's more accessible for the listener. Like it's just easier to find what you want, find similar things, et cetera, side projects, weird things. I used to be like a hardcore CD collector. I would try to find things that were out of print, and you would spend $30 or $40 on a used piece of crap CD from the junk store because you couldn't find anywhere else. Look it up on Spotify, there it is. And what do we pay, like $5 a month for that? And it's anything I want on there. I will say I miss the heyday of when record stores were like a huge thing. Everybody knew we were here. It was like you got to know the person working there, and you traded, you recommended, you mixtapes for everybody. And now it's not.